you a little bit specifically to my loan officer partners and friends and clientele out there, and kind of where you guys are during this virus. It's April 10th, so we're about a month into quarantine or stay-at-home orders, that kind of stuff. And now I get a lot of questions. Being a sales and success coach, I'm getting a lot of questions in regards to what is it that you should be doing in this time, and what is it that you are doing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today and where you guys are at, and my take on what it is specifically that loan officers, lenders, and banks should be doing during this time. So the first thing is, I want to make sure that you are contacting your individuals. The best thing to do right now, and the best way that you can help, is to make sure you're reaching out to your database and your friends and your family and your associates and your past clients and those that you care about, and just make sure, check in. These are wellness checks. Let's make sure that they're okay. Let's see how their family's doing. Let's see if there's anything you need and anything that you can help with. These are not sales calls. These are absolutely just wellness checks and caring for those people that have cared for you in the past. The second thing with that is to keep your ears on during this phone conversation, and when you're talking to your clientele, let's make sure you're keeping your ears on and listening for those opportunities to be able to assist and help people. Loan officers, you guys have a specific and unique ability to be able to help clients and to be able to help the general public during this time. You guys have products that, yes, maybe the regulations have tightened. Yes, there are some products that have been taken away that you guys can't lend on right now. But there are a lot of products that you guys can lend on that can help people. So I'm going to run through a couple of scenarios real quick that I have heard out in the field, and that I've heard with my own database during this time. The first one is, let's make sure people know where there's help. So if they are an individual that got furloughed, that got laid off, that aren't in a good financial position, let's talk to them and listen to the concerns, and talk to them about what help is out there and what that means. A lot of the times when people are calling their servicers, or they're calling their banks or their mortgage companies to be able to get some relief and get some help as part of the packages, these service companies and the banks and the mortgage companies, at those levels, they are talking in industry terms. They're talking about things like deferrals, and they're talking about things like forbearance, and most people in the public just don't know exactly what that means, what the consequences are of those down the line, and how it does show up in certain situations, even if it doesn't hit your credit report. So you want to talk to them about that, and just let them know what help is out there for them, to be able to make a mortgage payment, to be able to get deferral, to be able to get a forbearance if that is something that's right for them to do, and inform them through the process. The other side of that is, you have some people out there that really, there are a lot of people that are still employed, that are in a good position. Maybe they're sitting at home and they're quarantined, and they look at their backyard that's full of rocks, or a project they want to get done, or a remodel they want to get done. And now might not be a bad time to look at taking some money out and being able to do that. And lenders have the products to be able to help them with that. Maybe they're in a position where they have a lot of equity in the home. They still do have a job, but they're a little cash poor, and they're afraid about what happens if they do get furloughed. What happens if they do need to have some cash on hand, and most of their cash and their net worth is tied up in equity in their home? Now may not be a bad time to do a cash out refi if they qualify for that, and put some cash away to be able to help them with the peace of mind. And if they don't ever need to touch it, that's fine. They can go ahead and put it back against the principal. And you guys know a lot more about that than I do. You guys, as loan officers, can talk them through that process and talk about what is the best thing for them. And maybe the best thing is to not do anything. Maybe the best thing for them is for you to just listen on the phone, and that's okay too. The other option there is maybe just a straight rate term refinance, where maybe right now they're paying a higher rate, and they can refi down into a lower rate and refining into a lower rate, wrapping some of that stuff back into the loan, missing a payment because when they refi, they, depending on when that close date is, maybe they don't have to pay that payment for an extra month and they have a little more cash on hand to do that. There's just, you get my point. There are a lot of unique products and services that you have that can really help individuals right now. Now, again, it's if they need it, if it is the right thing for them. And right now you are their trusted advisor. So be that honest, caring, trusted advisor that they're looking for. I think it's very, very important that you do that and that they know what options are out there. But most individuals aren't going to call you. They're not going to call for help. They're not going to call their servicer. They just aren't going to do that. And so it's our job to reach out to them and make sure they are doing okay. And if there's something that we have that can help them, then we offer that. And if there's not, then we offer that too. And we make sure that we are doing the absolute thing that is in the best interest of our friends and our family and our clientele. And remember that this thing is going to pass. The virus is temporary. Once the scientists and the medical personnel find not necessarily a cure for it, but a medicine that'll treat it, I think things will absolutely change. I think we're going to start feeling some sense of normalcy within the next few months. And it's important to remind people of that too, and to stay positive. And a lot of people right now are just in a position where they need somebody to listen to them, and that's what we do. So you loan officers out there, make some phone calls, contact your database every couple of weeks, contact your friends, your family, your past clientele. Let's make sure they're in the proper position to succeed. Let's make sure we offer that peace of mind and we give that to them. And if you want a little more information on that, please feel free, give me a call, private message me, shoot me a call, shoot me an email. But you guys are vitally important, not only now to people's peace of mind, but you will be vitally important to the economic recovery of not just our area here in Las Vegas or the state of Nevada, but in the country. And I need to make sure that you guys remember that and you know how important you really are in people's lives. And that's really it. So stay positive, stay healthy, stay safe, stay home. Reach out, make some phone calls, and care.